Welcome back to a very special episode of Ender Academy. And it's not just special because today we are covering Arcane Infusion. It is special because we are now running the Bonafide Ender Academy version 3.0 mod pack. Oh yeah, what does that mean? Well, it means that all of our outdated mods have now been updated. So Bibliocraft, look at this beautiful set of mage robes on this armor stand. No glitchiness whatsoever. Everything on the tables looks great. We got these new stools. Look at that swagger! Swagger. Yes. So, everything's wonderful in that regard. And, like I said, today we are covering Arcane Infusion. We've got our runic matrix here, and we are going to finally... What? Baby zombie? Baby angry villager zombie? What on earth are... Ow. I glitched out there. What on earth are you doing? I don't want you to be in my Ender Academy, so, sorry. Thunk. Oh wow, that didn't even kill him. And he is pathing all the way up to me now. Hello, little baby zombie. Oh, do you want to hang out with the Aura nodes? I'm sorry, but you can't. Sorry, no children allowed. Especially no purple zombie children. Okay, so Arcane Infusion is an important step in any Thaumic practitioner's career. This is what separates the beginner novice mages from the real mages. Now in my Thaumonomicon, you can see we've updated Thaumcraft, so I've got a few more research recipes ready to be researched, which I really like actually, because I absolutely love the Thaumic research, but because I loved it, I ran out of it, so I didn't have any more to do, so I was sad, but now I have more, but we'll do that later. Main thing is infusion. This is the process through which you craft artifacts. Real, bona fide, awesome artifacts. I need to stop using the word bona fide. Fantastic. We already crafted our runic matrix, which we do like this, with that ordo. It's been sitting on our chest for quite some time. We've got all of our pedestals here. Last episode, we went ahead and made our Alchemy Lab a little bit better by adding in all these alembics and things. And we can also add in Essentia pipes today because, or maybe not today, maybe at the end of the episode. Off camera, maybe? I don't think we've researched them yet. No, we have not. We'll need to research them. Anyway, infusion. That's what we're really going to be doing. So, according to the Nomicon, the Infusion Altar requires a very specific setup in order to function. We are going to build it on a platform of arcane stone because that just looks the best to me. I've got my Neptune Digger right here, which I made with Tinker's Construct. Shunk! There we are. Just going to put it on some arcane stone like that. Ah, no thank you. So this is the core of the structure, and we will be able to add more to it in just a bit here. There we are. So it's arcane stone like this, the carved arcane stone like that, pedestal here, we want an air block there. I'm going to put down my runic matrix. Oh, that thing looks cool. This is going to look a lot cooler though when I take my silverwood wand and activate it. No, that was wrong. Okay. Activate. Activation. Clearly, I have done something wrong. Why is it always this anticlimactic in my series? Alright, Arcane Infusion. What is going on here? That seems to be upside down. I put the pillars upside down. I am the best mage. Yeah, this is what separates the novice mages from the real mages. Howler, howler, howler. Swagger talk. Yeah, so much for all my swagger. Don't know what I'm doing. Okay, now this will work. The Infusion Altar will be activated. Not again. Dang it. Alright, activate the runic matrix. Ha! It's the runic matrix. And look at that thing rotating into place. We now have ourselves an Infusion Altar, and we can use this to create all of the artifacts that we may need in the future. This will propel us into greatness, hopefully, if we are skilled enough to actually work out how to use it. Speaking of which, I'm going to dig out the area around it real quick, and fill that in with more arcane stone so that we can add more pedestals. Because essentially how this works is it requires a lot of things. It requires the item in the center pedestal, which is the thing that you are going to convert into an artifact. It requires items and other pedestals around it, which get sacrificed in the process. And it requires jars of essentia to be drained in order to imbue the items with their specialized powers. But once you go through this entire crazy process, you will have amazing magical items that will be with you forever, unless you lose them, like a noob, which I won't. Excellent. So, we're going to start with pedestals here. That's wrong. You need to be symmetrical about this. Always be symmetrical. Stability is very important in this entire setup. Insymmetrical natures will cause instability in your setup. That's why I'm not asking Yorick, Gary Oldman, or Tim Roth over here. They're not going to be helping me out with this because there's only 3 of them. I just heard an odd noise. Who could that be? I'm sorry. Once again, I'm distracted because I just heard an interesting vocalization. Who could that be? Where did I hear that from? Well, that's not an echoey one, so it's not a mystic variety. This is a Farlander. Some kind of Farlander. An Enderman, maybe? Where is he? I think I found him. Hello there, little guy. What are you doing? What are you doing hiding on this mountainside? Excuse me, sir. You can fly. Well, so much for my swagtasticness. You can fly, and you have green eyes, just like me. See? Take off my goggles. Check us out. We are 2 peas in a pod, aren't we? Oh, he's looking at me. I think he spots the apples, or maybe smells them in my pocket. You want apples? Here you go. Nom. Nom. Oh, he's my friend. Put on apple skin armbands or something. You are now my friend. That is amazing. Man, what should we call you? I'm gonna need to grab, what is it, a piece of paper? A book? I don't even remember anymore. Crap. Let's try a piece of paper. Hopefully he will follow me over here. Let's see. Oh, I was in fact working on the Essentia tubes. That's amazing. Ah, and you can teleport. Excellent. So maybe this, right-clicking on you with that. Okay, so that tells me your health and your armor. Okay, whoops, sorry about that. Completely spazzing out here. This is so exciting. We have our first major recruit to the Ender Academy. Right here, another Enderman. Wow, an Ender Minion, I should say. Of course, he gets blocked by these runes, just like everything else. Let's try this. No, I cannot rename him with that, so we'll need to use a name tag later. But in the meantime, I will call you... Oh, man. Oh, man. So much lag, sorry. Hang on a sec, something bad's happening. Whew. Well, it turns out Ender Academy 3.0 isn't as stable as I thought it was because it just completely crashed. But in the meantime, we've got this guy here following us around, and I've decided on a name for you. You are named Glyph. Are you okay with that name? Is that name cool with you? Well, Glyph is now going to be our new recruit here in the Ender Academy, and if he is going to be our recruit, he will need some cool weapons and armor. I could give him this Thaumium sword that I found, but I think I'm going to wait until we infuse a better sword that we can give to him. Now, in the meantime, Glyph, you wait here. I'm going to go inside and sleep because, unlike you, I need to do that because I'm not fully Enderman anymore. Vigil's watching me sleep and it is creepy. Vigil kind of blends into this painting when I'm sleeping. Alright, well, Glyph, tell you what, you follow me. There's a wanderer over there. That's amazing. How about you take a look at some of the armor in my armor shed over here and see what strikes your fancy. Ooh, wow. My mage robe's disappeared. There must have been an item ID conflict again. Crap. Might have lost some stuff. Well, anyway, you wait here, look at the armor and stuff, see what you like. And meanwhile, I'm going to go do some mage stuff, because that's what I do here mostly, is magery. Okay, see ya, Glyph. Wow, my very own Ender Minion. I feel minion-having-esque. That's a word now. Alright, So we have... Oh, it's already spawned a wisp. Hello, wisp. Are you hostile? I hope not. Oh, yes, actually, you are hostile. Isn't that just fantastic? Whew. Yeah, so that was a wisp, by the way. They spawn when instability happens, and here we go, Wispy Essence, they drop this stuff. Perdicio. Was probably not caused by my altar, that was caused by my alchemy mishaps. I still do not know why the Alimentum was not being crafted properly. But anyway, we now have our Infusion Altar, and we're going to make something with it. Alright, what can we make? Artifice. Of all the things that I have researched, what I'm really, really interested in is making this Thermostatic Harness, which requires a leather tunic, all this stuff, but mostly the difficult part is going to be getting all of these bits of essentia. So we're going to find a way to get all these little bits of essentia down in our alchemy place, and then we will be able to make a Thermostatic Harness. We are also, today, going to be making an Osmotic Enchanter, although this is a dangerous amount of instability. It requires a lot of precantatio. Maybe we'll hold off on the Osmotic Enchanter until a later video. In the meantime, Thermostatic Harness it is, so let's go. Alright, so in order to make the Thermostatic Harness, you'll need to sacrifice 9 items around the Infusion Altar, which means we'll need to add 1 more pedestal to add 1 more item to the altar. That'll cause a lot of instability, and down here the instability is high. That's dangerous. But we've got all this stuff, and we've also got stuff to make Iter, Machina, Potentia, and Volitus. So we are going to distill all that down in our crappy distillery setup. So here we go. We're using feathers to get the Volitus, or flight, redstone to get both Potentia and Machina, and boats, funnily enough, to get Iter. By dissolving these boats, we will gain the power of flight. Such is the dream of every fish. And that, I believe, is all the essentia we need. We have the Potentia essentia, the Volitus essentia, the Machina essentia, and the Iter essentia. And we've got enough warded jars, I believe, to carry all of those over to the ritual pedestal. We will also need one of these. There we go. We've got our wand. I think we are ready to build a freaking awesome thing. Also, do I have any excess? Yes, I do have a bit of excess Potentia that is still filling up, so I'm going to plunk that into this jar. Here we go. Because we're also going to need a jar of Potentia Essentia, to fuel the flying machine once we develop it. Alright, sun is about to set, so actually, we're not going to do this at nighttime. That is a terrible idea. All sorts of people can make unexpected appearances at nighttime. Not a fan of that, but once we have artifacts forged in the altar, we will be able to handle any enemies that sneak into our enclave. Right, Vigil? Yes. You just keep watching out that window while I sleep. Ah, lovely. I wonder how Glyph is doing down there. Hey Glyph, do you want to come and watch the... Whoa, enchantment process. Whoa. Vigil, what are you doing? Do you not trust Glyph? Come on, Glyph is totally fine. He's cool. See? He's just staring at this chainmail armor. He seems to really like that chainmail armor. Well, maybe you can have that later on. Come on, Glyph. Let's go watch some magic happen. Hup! Remember at the very beginning of Ender Academy, you don't remember this because you weren't there, but we came over this little valley and we looked over into it from this little precipice and we said, you know what, this is where we're going to live. And now look at us, about to create a flight suit. So, let's see, we want to put the warded jars, I will put them here, and here, and here. Actually, no, we want to elevate them a little bit, don't we? I'm just going to spend some time setting all this stuff up. This is going to be a really complicated recipe, and there's going to be some instability in it too, but That can't be avoided. In fact, since this is such an unstable recipe, I'm betting that some, if not all of these things, are going to explode off of their pedestals. So after filling up these tanks with all of the appropriate essentias, I'm going to go and get duplicates of all the items that we are needing to sacrifice here. Okay, several game crashes later, we have everything we need, and I'm not going to let an unstable mod pack stand in the way of this epic infusion process. Let's take the focus off of our wand. I believe we are ready to begin. This is going to be very stressful. At any point in the infusion process, the instability could cause something to tip off of one of these pedestals or explode. Lightning could strike us. Evil mobs could spawn. In fact, if that does happen, no, if I give you a sword, I don't know if you'll ever be able to put it down. So, enough of that. We are ready to go. So all we need to do is activate the runic matrix, the mystic energies will align, and our artifact will begin construction. Here we go. Oh yeah. It's eating up the essences, it's shocking us a little bit. It's putting down this craptastic... Oh, that was our comparator. Crap, let's put the comparator back on. It annihilated it. Oh, we lost a bit of gold over here. It tipped off. There we are. It's back on. The air shards are still here. The wood is still here. Alright, it's eating essences. Runes are circling around. All the items are still in place. Just orbiting around it to see... Ah, it just shocked one of the woods. But we've got replacements. Come on. There we go. Everything's being put into that vest, which will be transformed into a harness. It's gotten... What essences is it eating now? It's eating up, I think that was the Machina, knocked off some more gold. Replace that, just keep circling around, keep making sure everything's in place. There goes the Alter. Now it's going to start eating the items, I believe. Did it eat this air shard, or did this air shard... I believe that air shard was eaten. I could be wrong though. Maybe I should replace it just in case. No, it was eaten. It was appropriately eaten by the ritual. Well, let's watch. Eating the iron, the last few steps. There we go. We successfully survived our first infusion process. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a Thermostatic Harness. And Glyph, I hope you liked your introduction to Ender Academy, because boy, was it an interesting one. Now this harness, I believe, will allow us to fly. So we're going to put it on. Oh, now look at that. That is amazing. Does not currently work because we need a jar of essentia, which I don't seem to have in my inventory, so we will need to go and create one. As the sun sets, ugh, this stuff. What is this? Oh yeah, it's just that flux taint stuff. So I will block that off with, well, no, that doesn't work. Blocks and come back to it later. Okay, Glyph, now come check out the Alchemy Lab. This is where we distill all of our essentia. Oh wait, we will need potentia essentia, or do we have potentia essentia? We have it right here, 56 of this stuff. So I believe what we do is we right-click with this, or shift-right-click. No, let me check the Thaumic. Sorry about that. Right-click while holding the harness. Okay, so we right-click with the harness. That should insert the jar. There we are. That's not a filled jar, but it's close enough. So now you can see the meter on the left of our screen is our total fuel. And Vigil, Glyph, I hope you're ready for this. Just... let's do this from the precipice up here. Hold on to your pants, people. Stay right here. Aha! There we go. A magical quantum stasis field is now emanating from this thing, and I can use it to fly. Obviously it's very slow, but I will be able to enchant it later using an Osmotic Enchanter in order to give it the haste enchantment and make it faster. But now we can fly. I don't think it makes you immune to fall damage. We will just test from a height like, say, this. Huh. I think it might, actually. I don't know. Let's try that again. Yeah, I think it makes you immune to fall damage. That's very interesting. So, not bad for a first infusion process. There are tons and tons of other recipes that we can do, Glyph. My book is just filled with them, and we can make even more. This pickaxe of the core looks interesting. The shovel, the hoe especially looks nice. Of course I'm going to make the sword. You always need to make a sword. The magical hand mirror for inventory management, now that we no longer have the camping mod. By the way, I took out the camping mod. Forgot to mention that. Yeah, it was glitchy and broken and it needed to go. Sorry. But yeah, we have all sorts of infusion stuff to do. This talisman will be amazing for when we maybe fight the Wither. So much stuff. And more wand focuses. There are more wand focuses to research even. An Ender Rift. More inventory. Things are going to be fantastic, Glyph. You, Vigil, and I, and the thespian trio of skulls down there, and I believe still Cindy Mayweather I needed to decommission briefly. Oh, not again. Alright. The last guy who came to me. You know what happened to him, right? He's not here anymore. So what do you think you can do? In broad daylight, no less. You think you can really do anything against me now? Really? I have a freaking Thermostatic Harness that is malfunctioning, unfortunately. Ah, there we are. Little hiccup in the process, but now, as you can see, I am not someone to be easily trifled with. And you, well, you are going to leave. You know, hopefully we won't need to do that again. Ever. But they'll be back. They always come back. Glyph, I'm sorry you had to see that. That's a problem we have. It's nothing worth mentioning, though. Did I lose? Yes, I lost some Essentia, some Vis, that is, from my wand when I started that process, so I guess it costs a little bit of Vis to do this. Good to know. Well, that kind of took the wind out of my sails, metaphorically speaking. But I'd say that's a good start for today. We will be able to infuse a lot more artifacts, able to recommission Cindy Mayweather, maybe even make Cindy Mayweather more advanced. I'd like to give her a brain so that she can actually think for herself. I see no way that that could backfire whatsoever. She's just in the chest over there. I needed to put her to sleep for a little while. Okay. Well, Glyph, Vigil, this has been an interesting episode of Ender Academy. And I am going to need to fix my mod pack and better defend against these unwanted intruders. Well, that's interesting. With all that being said, until next time, I am going to fly into space if I can. There we are. Thank you for watching. Maybe I'll see you next time. Adios.